60 tanks. Is it possible to work full-time and to keep up with all of them? Stay tuned. Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Jason with Jadren Aquatics. It is the end of October. It is 89 degrees outside, and this is Texas weather. Enough said. If you guys haven't subscribed to my channel already, I would love for you guys to subscribe. Be sure and click that subscribe button down below. Also, I have an Instagram page set up now, so you guys go to Instagram, just search for Jadren Aquatics. Be sure and follow me there. So what I'm going to do in this video, I think I'm going to break it up into 2, maybe 3 parts. The fish room's getting so big now, it's hard to film the whole thing. So the first one of the videos is going to be just about kind of the updates on what's going on in the fish room, what's going on as far as construction's going, changes that are going on. And then the second one, or possibly third one, will be going fish tank by fish tank, so you guys can see exactly what I've got going on in each one. And yes, I'm up to 60 tanks now, and it is getting a little bit difficult to take care of every single one of them and work full-time, but it's so therapeutic to be out there. It's just so relaxing. I'm to the point now, I watch very little TV. That's typically what I like to do with my wife at night. But other than that, I don't really have any shows to watch. In fact, I even got rid of cable. Like, I was so tired of doing the cable fighting game of signing up for cheap and then 6 months later they triple your price, and I just got tired of fighting it. So got rid of cable, and we just dealing with Netflix and Amazon Prime only, and everything I could possibly need to watch is there. Most everything I do is on YouTube. I'm either making videos, editing videos, or watching videos. I don't get to watch as much as I want to anymore. Between taking care of the fish room, creating videos, and editing them, it's just there's just not enough time in the day. So I've been on YouTube now about 1.5 years, and if any of you guys remember, I'm sure you don't, from some of the earlier videos, like the main reason that I even started this channel in the beginning is because I wanted to be able to stay in this hobby longer than I typically stay in other hobbies. I have a tendency of getting into a hobby, going 180 miles an hour, getting the biggest and the best of everything I could possibly get, spending all the money that I had, and then after a while I get tired of it and I end up selling it all and getting into some other new hobby. I've always got to have some type of hobby that creates projects. And so my thought with doing YouTube is it would allow me to feel more of a part of a community so that I would want to do these things longer. And I gotta tell you, it is exactly what I needed. That's why I appreciate each and every one of you guys, the way you guys comment and stuff, the way you seem to actually care about what's going on. It makes it so much easier to make these videos. And I just want to tell each one of you guys, I thank each and every one of you for taking your time to take the time that you guys do to watch the videos, to comment. I really appreciate it so much. Again, it's made it so much more fun. I really look forward to making videos now. I look forward to being in the fish room. I'm just having so much more fun. So one more other thing before we move on down into the fish room is, so I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the calendar. The calendar is going absolutely great. I've got the whole setup done where I've got all the templates and stuff that I need. I've got all the pictures. I think I actually have too many right now, so I may have to put 5 on a page, but I haven't got to the last month yet, so I'm not sure. So I think what I'll probably do is be sure and follow me on Instagram, and I'll post a picture of what the layout is going to look like so you guys can kind of get an idea. I tried to kind of spice it up a little bit this year to kind of make it look a little bit cooler. So now the main process, we're just going to be waiting for Priscilla to get the cover designed, and then as soon as she gets the cover design, I will go into full production printing these things, and we will get them up for sale for you guys to have for the Christmas holidays. So let's go ahead and let's go downstairs and let's take a look at the fish room. Okay, so here we are down in the fish room. Let's go ahead and let's do like let's see if we can zoom out here. It's hard to pick up all the tanks. Let's do like a 360 so you guys can see just a brief glimpse of what's going on. Like I said earlier, there's exactly 60 aquariums out here now. I don't know how many gallons of water that is. It's a lot. So first thing is, if you'll notice that this rack right here, this was originally that metal rack that I built that I told you guys that I hated. I obviously ripped that thing down and I built another wooden rack just like this one. So I've got 3 more 40s here. All 3 of these right now are cycling. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do with them. I think I did decide that on this bottom one, I'm gonna use this one just to breed mystery snails. I don't know, I'm just having a lot of fun breeding mystery snails. And right now they breed down here in this tank, and this thing is just too small, and I'd like to get some more adults. Well, actually, I've got enough adults that I can pull out of some of these other tanks. Some of them are kind of small. But that's the plan for that. So these new tanks, we've got these things all plumbed up. As you can see here, we've got these ones ready to go so that they're going down here into the drain pipe. The only thing that we don't have on these 340s, I don't have the drip system on them yet, but it's real easy just to tie into that line that's up there and get that set up. Since I've got this thing going all the way around the entire room, it's real easy to tie in and just tee it off and add some more to it. So that's one of the things for sure that makes it a whole lot easier out here now, is so that every single tank is doing automatic water changes, except for the shrimp tanks. The 9 shrimp tanks I have up here, these are not hooked to the drain system whatsoever, but these guys, you don't have to do water changes very often, so I don't mess with those yet. So they're not drilled or anything, but every single other tank that's in here now is now drilled and overflows into the drain and then outside. One of the problems that I'm beginning to notice is that on these 10-gallon aquariums that I have over here, a bunch of them I did like 90% water changes on because I was noticing that the nitrates were getting way too high in them. But the problem is whenever I set up the drip system on them, I didn't do like a big water change, so I don't really know what the baseline was when I started out. Those tanks might have already had a bunch of nitrates already in them. So some of these ones that are real heavily stocked, I'm trying to watch them now to see what the nitrates are doing in them. I think I'm just going to have to make the drip system put more water in them, because I think right now, I think they get about a gallon a day exchange, so 7 gallons a week, but I'm beginning to think that might not be enough. Because as you know, when you're doing a drip system, you're not really doing a complete water change, because some of the water that you're dripping in is going out the overflow. I try to drip on the other side and drip a little bit deep so it doesn't go in the overflow, but obviously at some point it's going to go to the overflow. I put a little small refrigerator out here so I could take a lot of the fish food and stuff that I have, and snail food and some other stuff that I've been putting in there. It's kind of a crappy refrigerator. It doesn't keep things terribly cold, so can't really rely on it for anything too terribly important, but it gives me another place to kind of store some things. Okay, so the next thing that we've been working on, and obviously one of the things I'm most excited about, I'm excited, but I'm also I don't know, a little overwhelmed with it. So let's come on out here to the garage. If you guys remember in the previous video, or one of the previous videos, that we were going to take this wall and bring this wall back. And so, as you can see, I've got this entire space clear now, whereas this before used to have just stuff all over the place. So I've been trying to decide exactly how I want to do it, where I want to move the wall. So I think I've come up with the idea where I'm probably going to take right here in front of this door, I think I'm going to take this wall and build this wall probably within about 12 inches of the door. And again, I have to deal with the fact that that I want to be able to continue to open my garage door, so I have to build a wall underneath the garage door so that it can continue to open and doesn't get in the way. So I kind of have to create a drop type ceiling to make that work. And oh, actually when I think about a drop ceiling, because I was going to put sheetrock up there, but if I can actually, I might make it an actual drop ceiling instead. That would be easier and that would be lighter, and I could still get the insulation on it. Good thinking, Jason. Way to go. So that's the game plan there. This Rubbermaid 150-gallon thing is just not big enough. I need to get one of those totes that are the 380-gallon. I think that's what size, 375, something like that. I really need to get one of those, but I don't have a truck right now, so I don't have the ability to get it to my house yet. I'm sure I could get someone to deliver it, but it probably costs as much to buy it as it would to actually have it delivered. So that's the game plan there. I'm probably going to go buy some 2x4s probably today or tomorrow and go ahead and maybe begin to start framing up what I want to do. Then I'm probably going to take this table, because I still need some room out here because I build so many things. I'm going to take this table and turn it and put it over there against the wall, and maybe put some things on the wall so I can hang on my tools so I can have access to them. So that'll basically, you know, give me this area that you see from the door to the wall as a space to be able to kind of make things. But you know, obviously I can always open the garage door and begin to do things out there when the weather's nice, because we don't get a terrible amount of cold weather here, so it's plenty of time. All right, so let's go ahead and go back on inside. As far as like changes, really the only thing is I had to buy another air pump. These are the ones from Gemco. This is the LPH60. So one of them was not enough to power all these tanks, so I went ahead and bought a second one of those and just hooked it in line with the other one. And so now I've got, I think it's starting to droop there. I think I need to put another thing in there to hold it up. So now I've got plenty of air. And then over here on this side, I have you see this PVC that's going outside with the ball valve on it. That's one so I can release some of the pressure from the air, because right now it's producing too much. So I just kind of vent that out the wall. The other thing is we talked about it before, but I put a new that pump that's back there. That's the pump that pushes the water into the drip system. The one that I had before just wasn't big enough anymore, so I had to put that one up. The only problem with that one is that thing is noisy and it vibrates the wall like crazy. And I didn't realize it until my wife told me, but that is on the wall of my son's bedroom. And so it was like, he didn't know what was going on. I think it was an airplane or something was landing one night. So I had to set the timer so that it only goes off whenever he is awake. All right, so there you go. There is what is going on in the fish room, the changes and the things that I'm doing. Be sure to leave a comment down below if you guys got any comments or ideas or anything else that you guys want to talk about. Be sure to leave those down below. Be sure to stay tuned for the next video where we'll go tank by tank so you guys can see what's going on in each and every tank. So thanks again, guys, and God bless.